Nearly a year ago, we tragically lost a true icon of horror, Tony Todd. Despite being unceremoniously snubbed at the Oscars memoriam for some reason, he was a damn talented actor, beloved by many. So as part of this year's Spooky Marathon, it's only right to pay tribute to him by looking at the movie which properly put him on the map. Candyman, released in 1992 and directed by Bernard Rose based on a Clive Barker story. Let's get straight to Tony Todd as the Candyman himself. That deep, timbre, whispery voice of his is beyond cool and fixating, and oof, you can feel your skin crawl with every word he speaks, and the dialogue itself is superb. He just absolutely nails it. It helps that he has a large imposing size, which of course allows him this commanding presence to accompany his vocals. Having that hook as a weapon doesn't hurt either. And then there's that snazzy coat of his, thanks to Leonard Pollock in the costuming department. He has a very interesting racially charged backstory that, like with many haunting figures, reveals that he was in fact a victim, and this is him enacting his vengeance. I like how this legend has grown so far to basically convince everyone in the area that he is real. It feels like every city or town has some form of ghostly folklore, and the writing does well to build it up here. Most famous about it is the 5 times in the mirror element, although Christ, how many figures can be called upon by repeating their names? Candyman, Bloody Mary, Beetlejuice, Biggie Smalls, the list goes on. Lastly, quite a frightening concept to have him in charge of an army of deadly bees, and Todd is tough as nails to be able to hold those buggers in his mouth. Nick Cage, eat your heart out. Oh wait, I already made that joke in the last review, didn't I? Huh, 2 films in a row featuring killer bees, go figure. He's partnered with Virginia Madsen, personally my second favourite role of hers, just behind Sideways, although obviously here she's leading the way, and she rocks. As Helen, she's a student fascinated on the Candyman subject. She'd probably be a true crime podcaster these days, but I digress. She's clearly intelligent and well spoken. In fact, I could listen to her talk for ages, but then she becomes too curious and consumed in the chase, and once she's taken over and it all truly kicks off, she's on point with the fear and the confusion which, logically, nobody believes her about, to the point of her being committed. So she's also helpless and forced to find and save baby Anthony herself, and throughout it all, you're firmly behind her. It's a shame. This poor woman just wanted to write up a paper and her doom is sealed by a demonic entity in the process. As a Scottish guy, can I ask, is this a common thing within the American education system or what? To be fair, she does have this understandably magnetic attraction to him that she can't resist, which has got to be inspired by either Dracula or Phantom of the Opera in some shape or form. Most of the acting across the board is pretty much solid. Like Cassie Lemons as Bernie, I enjoy her and Helen's friendship and banter, but she's actually sensible and smart to know when enough is enough. Vanessa Estelle Williams is excellent as the mother Anne-Marie caught up in this mess. Gilbert Lewis is the detective Frank, and Alexander Berkeley is the husband Trevor. What a sleaze bag. Although come on, you can see that coming a mile away. I quite like Professor Phillip, who very engagingly tells Helen the Candyman tale in that great single zoom-in shot. And there's the kid, Jake. The one exception is the woman playing Stacy. That scene of her crying when Helen shows up is so awkward. It takes a while to get to it, but there's some real gnarly kills in this one. From the Rottweiler to Dr. Burke, damn it's nasty. The Capri Green apartment complex is such a memorable location, so filthy and dishevelled and coated in graffiti, with some decent gentrification commentary squeezed in there. But then there's the central hub, as it were, with that giant face in the wall, the peak of the film's production and art direction, and they easily get across how vulnerable Helen is around that place. I enjoy a lot of the camera work, especially those bird eye view scenes, and the score by Philip Glass is unbelievable, drawing you in with those creepy choir harmonies and the transcendent organ-esque synths, but I also like his piano pieces too. Candyman was and still is an effectively hypnotic and tightly packaged horror flick that I can easily rate as one of the best of the whole 90s. But of course, that's not too difficult when you have the man, the myth, the legend at the centre of it all. A salute to Tony Todd, who left behind a heck of a legacy that is no better represented and preserved than it is here. I'm Jason, and this is Small Movie World, watching, talking and loving films.